version as well.
Espanol. Okay. Okay, can we have the next answer the question?
Actually, isang malaking karangalan na makatrabaho sa project na ito. Ganun paraan para makasama sa project na ito. Miski pabalik-balik ako ng Sipalay, Manila, hindi ko inantala yung pamasahe. Miski mahal yung pamasahe, okay lang. Actually, miski walang bayad to, okay lang yun.
Pero maraming follow-up questions to that. So, go ahead, go ahead.
Ayun lang, masaya lang ako na naging parte kasi pangalawang trabaho ko na rito kay Erik Matti. Una yung horror, ngayon pagkain naman. At nakakatuwa dahil ito pagkain, ang sasarap ng pagkain, di ba? Ang sarap magluto at sarap din kumain ng masasarap. Kaya pagkatapos ng shoot namin noon, pagkatapos na yung kailangan yung pagkain sa eksena, kakain. Tsaka masarap. Miski na sa pelikula talagang pinasarap nila yung props. Talagang pagkatapos ng shooting, talagang masarap nila yung props. Talagang pagkatapos ng shooting, talagang masarap din ang kainan. Nilagay dyan, mga guys.
Masaya naman.
Subos.
Boss. Okay, Ina, why don't you take the mic?
Hi,
Subos.
Boss. Okay, Ina, why don't you take the mic?
hi, ako same as Angeli. Siyempre, number one, like when they said HBO Asia, parang wow, nanonood lang ako ng HBO shows. Siyempre, yes. And then I really like, it's my second time working with Direk Erik, and so far I really enjoyed yung experience ko working with him. And then this one, nalaman ko pa na it's about food. And of course, he's from Bacolod, so alam na natin. Nag-meet for the enjoying all of this food. And parang sabi nga ni Angeli, immersion siya eh. Dahil syempre, nakikita mo yung culture ng mga tao through their food. Plus, yeah, the location was really far. We didn't have signal or like, so parang it was like bonding talaga. Like, I really enjoyed with the cast and the crew. As in, parang malakas yung attachment ko sa inyo. So every time, like when I was watching earlier, I was remembering yung bang shooting the scene. So kahit sobrang simple ng eksena for me, ang ganda ng memories na kasama ng shoot. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. But we'll cut to we are honored by the presence of one of the Philippines' most prolific filmmakers and a master of genre films, known for his critically acclaimed movies On the Job, Honor Thy Father, and By Bus. The director of the HBO Asia original series Food Lore, Island of Dreams, that made it to this year's prestigious Tokyo International Film Festival. Let's all welcome, he's already here up front, Direk Erik Matti. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello.
Okay, Direk, we'll launch right into it. Would you like to say something before anything else? Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll ask you.
We were surprised because we thought HBO was just gonna launch it, and then I received a message from Erik Koo, the showrunner. He sent a few of the episodes to the Tokyo International Film Fest, and they eventually picked our episode, the pilot episode for Food Lord, and the Vietnam episode. And I'm happy. I have another film in Tokyo as well, so that's 2 movies there.
Okay, I don't want to keep you away from our friends from the press, so we open the floor for questions. There are microphones going around, so if anyone has a question for Direk, Erik, Matti, or any of the members of the cast, please step up.
Good afternoon. I'm Shirley Cho from Business World. Direk, I wanted to chose the directors I wanted to work with. How did the collaboration take place, and why did you choose Sipalay at Cartagena Island as the location?
What's great about Food Lore is, and I think all the other series with HBO, is when we were tapped, we were asked what kind of food story we want. And we had several permutations, but a lot is riding on a food story with Filipinos kasi we're the most un-Asian in the Asian region. I mean, we're more Spanish, we're more Latin American rather than Asian. So those are the things that we took into consideration. The first questions we asked when we were writing, the script was, what do we want to know about, excited to know about. And for one, I said we have to include the fiesta. That's one. Number two, it's how food brings together communities, di ba? With ours kasi, it's a communal thing, di ba? Parang we are like the Spanish who, when we start eating, we take hours just talking on the table, and we're not like the Japanese style. The food is family style, everyone digs in, and it's the conversations on the table that really matters. So those are things that we considered. Then the next one was, what's the most identifiable Filipino story that we can have? So we chose the diaspora of the Filipinos. With this one, she just came from Manila, but eventually she's gonna end up in Hong Kong in the story. So we felt that that would be universal enough, but it's something that also Filipinos would relate to. And also, we didn't want to do, we want a very aspirational Filipino food movie. Aspirational, where it will inspire people to know our food a little more and to see what kind of celebratory life we can also have. Na hindi lang naman tayo tukha lagi.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, and first of all, congratulations po sa lahat ng cast members ng Food Lore at Philippine episode. Question ko lang po for Direk. Direk, I remember a few months ago, a year ago, yun pong sa isang streaming site din po, yung about street food. Yung na parang nabanggit niya, parang napunan niya yung kanilang episode about kulang sa research yung kanilang program. Is this your answer to that kind of program? Sa kanila kasi parang docu-style. Ito po sa inyo.
I always make those mistakes on social media. I think that the people reading me are just my friends and people who understand me. And a lot of times, it's not the first time I posted something as controversial as that. I posted several times and I've never learned from it. It always explodes into something, everything. And at that point, we already had a story for this. And it was clueless, thoughtless of me to be posting about another food show story. And it was arrogant and rude of me to be commenting on another series. I was just series, food shows, etc., etc. And I didn't know na ganun pala yung mapupuntahan. So I'm sorry for that. I've since learned. Puro aso, I only post dogs now.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions?
Direk, where did you actually get research for, like, of course, the food part of the whole series? And can you tell us?
Yeah, that was difficult. We probably had 40 dishes that I wanted to feed. That's why Cartagena, it's a real place actually, but Cartagena and the Island of Dreams can also feel like any other place in the Philippines. We wanted this to be very Filipino rather than just Ilonggo. Of course, we shot it in Negros, di ba? Pero we are not saying it's in Negros. We're saying it's any other island in the Philippines. And same the food that we chose a cross-section regional cuisine. We even included Chinese food. So we have kare-kare, we have just so everyone feels that the show is inclusive, and not just we're kinda watak-watak as a country, di ba? Anong watak-watak sa English? Divided, scattered, that sometimes we're unaware that we're just, I mean, I've always dreamed of showcasing Ilonggo food, but for this one, I thought I shouldn't just deal with Ilonggo food, but I should be inclusive of all the other dishes that we have.
And even the fiesta scene, it was Tagum, like a Tagum based,
Sorry.
like a Tagum based fiesta performer. The performers, it wasn't really from like Bacolod or
No. There's two fiestas. The other fiesta, the more solid one,
Mhm.
and even the offering to the sea.
Mm.
That's from a place we picked the story from Pangasinan,
Mm.
where they offer bounty to the sea during fiesta. Yes, I think I keep on telling. I've shown this to a few people, and I'm saying, in as much as this episode is about food, it is also about filmmaking. I mean, in Philippine context, and also everything about our country issues, or figuring out the best. When you go to other places like Hong Kong, there's one guy who just does noodles for 80 years. He has figured out down to the last centimeter and down to the last ounce of flour what's the best chew of a noodle. We don't we don't go for perfection even if we can never get there. Diba? So parang ganun siya. A lot of people would like to settle. And here's Angeli who wants to see things, who's curious about finding out things. And parang ganun siya. Diba? We have all these ideas, good ones. We do good work, but we always settle for something because there's not enough money, there's not enough resources, there's not enough time for research or for R&D or for lagi, diba? And we just equated it to food. But sometimes food is just survival. Like if you saw the adobo sequence, the reason why it's salty through our research and bakit dadamihan ng sabaw, in the earlier, yung ginawa niya, yung damihan mo ng sabaw, di ba? Because food is for survival. It's all about good taste. Yung parang pag maraming sabaw, mapupusog yung lahat ng tao sa, kahit konti lang yung sahog, mapupusog yung buong bahay. Pag maalat naman yung adobo, mas madaming kanin, kahit konti lang yung baboy, mapupusog sila, makakatulog sila maayos, feeling like, okay, I had a good meal. But that's just for survival. What's the next step, di ba? Anong sunod? What's the next step? Do we make adobo better? Do we find the right taste for the adobo? Alam mo yan, do we just make enough sabaw so that we showcase the ingredient more rather than just the watery soup? Alam mo yan? So parang ganun yung thank you.
Anyone else? Go ahead.
My question, it's for the actors. Is there a food item used on the show that resonated with you personally, like maybe triggered a personal recollection of someone or something?
Marami kayo kinain. That's one.
Well, wait. Well, not really triggered a personal memory. More like the effort of wanting to cook a good meal for a loved one, and then spoilers. Whether or not they will appreciate it or not, yung kasi there's I believe kasi when you cook, a lot of love goes into it, especially when you're thinking of the person who's going to eat it. So, yun yung naaalala ko every time na neighbors, parang kaya meron kaming ganun ni Betcha kasi may kanya-kanya kaming idea na ito yung masarap, ito yung gusto nila. Na nagkakaroon ng yung gano'n. So yun yung, yun yung, hindi siya memory exactly, pero yun yung take out yung masaya yun yung kakain eh. Diba?
Wala rin akong actually yung food mismo na nag-remind. Pero I guess yung feeling lang ng fiesta kasi during the times na umuus na baka ipag-perform ako ng nanay or tatay ko, yung gano'n, meron siyang ganung feeling eh, kasi busy lahat, tapos parang paingay ng paingay, nag-overlap yung mga kwento habang kumakain. So it's more of that than a specific putahe.
Siguro yung pag-inchun.
Putahe.
Siguro yung pag-inchun ng baboy. Parang napupunta ako iba't ibang klase ng pagluluto nila kung paano nila lutuin yung baboy. Yun yung bata ko lumalaki ako na pag-fiesta. Masarap panoodin yung nagluluto ng baboy. At tapos yung para first time ko lang makaano na nilalagyan ng batuhan yung baboy na actually pagkatapos na tinikman ko yung baboy, masarap talaga.
A young actor who passed away before, and who was part of the cast, but she wasn't able to see this. What can you tell us about her while doing this? What were your thoughts when you found out?
She had a really short role, but we wanted her to be really charming. So we did an audition of several children, and she ended up the most. I mean, nakita na siya focus, di ba? If you noticed on the edit, those are the rare times na talagang nakafocus siya kasi otherwise titingin sa camera, titingin siya sa amin, ganun. But she had the pinakamagandang smile na honest and pure, no? Na walang mali siya, walang batang smile talaga na maganda. I really remember because those things, those are real reactions of a kid. And maganda. Yun siguro maaalala ko lagi sa akin.
Thank you.
Do we have any more questions? Okay.
Question from Natalie from Philippines.
My question is for Erik. Narinig namin sample yung soundtrack. Ang ganda. Parang how did you pick it? Like, pero mix siya eh, parang may Ilocano yata, tapos parang may Bisaya.
The other one that you heard has never been recorded. It's always on the gigs of Noel Cabangon. He does it in his set, but he never recorded it. And we love that song. So we asked him if it's okay to record it finally and put it in the movie. He did the guitar for that. He recorded the voice for that. That's an Ilocano song because Noel is Ilocano. No? The other songs, Ahay Kalisod, is an Ilonggo song, which sort of became the theme of the movie. May isa pa, I can't remember the other song, pero so we did a lot of recordings for that. We did recordings for harmonica, for just guitar. There's a bit of piano.
You mentioned earlier na parang ayaw mo ng yung dating about the Philippines, parang lukha. Pero you started the series ng Provincial Life. Ang lumaki akong buntog, yun yung first line. So, ano po yun? Like,
No.
what are you trying to...
Because here are people who are hard at life, but are aware of things, that they're not in squalor every day and they don't rise up yet beyond that, no? Here's a character like Angeli, whose foresee were just born, di ba? Na parang komportable na ako dito. Masarap naman talaga yung buhay sa probinsya, and it's nothing against that. Except that maybe you wanna explore other places, you wanna see other people, you wanna, di ba? The world is so big. Wouldn't you want to see the world, di ba? Beyond where we are now, which is the sea and the so I wanted these people who may be struggling with life to be more intelligent about where they want to bring their life. Alam mo yan, yung hindi lang enough that they've given up and parang dyan na lang yung kwento umiikot.
Okay, my last question for the stars and for also the since we're on the subject of food, ano po yung what is your like comfort food? Pag may pinagdadaanan ka, ano yung kinakain?
Depende kung anong time of the month. Kung ano yung pinagdadaan.
Or mayroong may special memory for something holds a special meaning for you. And why?
Kung special memory for me, it would be actually Chinese food, ordering Chinese food with my father, ordering tig-isa kami niyang chow rice, and yung gano'n, yung siomai, lechon macao, yung gano'n. Yes. So that's like, if kumbaga, kung i-connect ko sa memory, that would be the, ano, but personally, I always look for sinigang. Comfort food ko, sinigang na super anghang, super asim. So that's also the first dish that I learned myself kasi parang for it. Yeah.
Yung, well, kung ano naman, ang lagi ko naman hinahanap would be kare-kare. Yes. Kasi bihira siyang lutuin sa bahay namin nung lumalaki ako. So, kare feeling ko may special na kaganapan, ganyan. Tsaka masaya ako pag may kare-kare. Kasi dati, wow, may experience. And then, yung bahay namin, pinupuntahan siya ng maraming tao dun kasi yung lola ko, magaling magluto. So, pag maraming tao, yes, siya kare-kare. Pag yun yung handa, feeling ko, ang ganda ng buhay, ganyan. Yun.
Sa akin naman, dalawang pagkain yung ulam na paborito ko dati yung munggo. Yung munggo kasi, pag nagluluto yung mami ko, una pwede mong gawin merienda. Bago, pag pinalagod na yung munggo, pwede lagyan ng gatas, asukal, merienda na. Tapos lulutuin, tapos ulam. Pero nung lumaki na ako, parang ayoko na ng munggo. Kasi, pagka kumain ako munggo, parang sumasakit yung tuhod ko. Pero meron ako isang hindi kinakain dati nung bata ko, yung ampalaya. Pero ngayon naman, miski may problema, masaya, kahit walang kanin, bigyan mo ako ng ampalaya, ubusin ko.
Ako, anything egg. Anything egg. Gitna ng gabi, umaga, tanghali, hapon, egg. Soft-boiled, hard-boiled, scrambled, sunny side up.
Thank you.
Questions?